They are revved up at Busch Stadium in St. Louis for Game 6 of this National League Championship Series. The Cardinals return home, trailing the Houston Astros in this best-of-7, 3-2. Mark Mulder.
Good look at Mulder's numbers on the postseason. You mentioned he started Game 2 of the series, gave up 8 hits in 7 innings of that ball game, a couple of runs.
Craig Biggio lays down a bunt up the third base line. Nunez, bare hands, throws, and got it. Nunez back in the lineup. And a solid play to get it started. Also available in Spanish by utilizing the SAP button on your television. Right back to the mound. 2 away. Ground ball to short. And just like that, the Cardinals will come to bat. A 1-2-3 opening frame for Mulder. Oswalt gets the ball for Houston when we return. 1-1.
Let's get to know Roy Oswalt again, the only back-to-back 20-game winner in the big leagues. Here's his postseason numbers, just dominating again. Won 59 games in his last 3 seasons.
Ground ball at Adam Everett. Throw is in time, 1 away. IVRA. He is a big-time, big-game pitcher. The 1-out walk to Edmonds, and here comes Albert Pujols.
That the Astros had about it. Someone on the plane when they were flying to St. Louis
tied him up on a fastball up and in, and he went around strike 3. Series, so all told in this postseason, just 2 hits and 24 at bat, and a check swing bouncer. Good pickup by Ensberg on an in-between hop. And he throws him out to end the inning. 1 man left. No score in Game 6.
You make changes in your swing in order to get to the ball quicker, to take some of the pressure off of that injured area. You develop some bad habits.
On the ground to Eckstein. 1 away. I'd like to bring in the 4th member of our broadcast team. 0-2 on Lane. Struck him out on 3 pitches. Time now for tonight's Lunesta trivia question. High strike for strike 3. His lone start in this league championship series, a gutsy 6 innings, allowing 2 earned runs. Sanders again chases the high fastball, and he's gone. We talked about how loud it was in Houston in the Pujols at bat. Not quite the mute button, but pretty close.
Pretty close to it. Only that handful of Cardinal fans that happened to be at Minute Maid Park that night were making any noise.
Mark Redzolanek, a ground ball to Morgan Ensberg, and just like that, 2 away here in the Cardinals' 2nd inning. On the ground right side, a diving play by Biggio. Oswalt gets to the bag and makes a nice feed to Oswalt to end the inning. Cardinals gone in order. No score at the end of 2. 6 to get into the playoffs. And then this year they were 15 games under 500 in May, and there's a base hit in the left field by Brad Ausmus. The first base runner for Houston against Mark Mulder tonight.
Only 2 stolen bases in 10 attempts against the left-hander this year.
2-1 on the ground, slowly hit under the glove of Pujols. Here's Redzolanek, and he's late to the bag was Mulder. And Everett hustling all the way. Legs it out for an infield hit. Want to know the count here. And Oswalt bunts it high into the air. Mulder looks at third and now throws to first after a quick glance at second. So Oswalt gets the job done with Ausmus advancing on to third, Everett to second, and Craig Biggio coming up. Stirring the series. Infield comes charging in on the pitch that gets away from Molina. And scoring is Ausmus. It's 1-0 Houston. Adam Everett advances on to third. which he bangs into left field. A base hit scoring Adam Everett. It is 2-0 Houston here in the third.
Cardinals make one mistake, they go home.
Into right field, a sinking liner caught by Walker. And Biggio retreats to the bag, 2 away in the inning. Hard hit ball by Taveras. That one hammered up the middle. Eckstein, a diving play, and of course that will end the inning. But the Astros come up with a pair, 3 hits in the inning, and they lead. Ground ball to Everett. He charges, throws, 1 away. For more on Abraham Nunez, let's check in downstairs with Kenny Albert.
Well, Tom, I spoke with Abraham Nunez before the game. He told
is advised. 2-2 to Mulder. On the outside corner, strike 3. The first 2 gone here in the St. Louis third, and that's 3 strikeouts for Roy Oswalt. Didn't do last year in the LCS. Win here. Eckstein hit with a pitch. He's aboard with 2 outs.
The second time Eckstein's been hit in this series. He got hit 13 times.
Popped up and playable. Lance Berkman behind the bag, and that will end the inning. 1 man left, end of 3. Oswalt and the Astros lead it 2-0. A great postseason ERA for Mulder. Although this is his first league championship series. In the air to right. Walker there, 1 away. In the air, well hit, deep left field, and Lane has made it 3-0 Astros. Lane is second home run of this league championship series.
Well, a breakout season for Jason Lane this year with the 26 home runs.
And Jason Marquis beginning to throw now in the St. Louis bullpen. That one in the air to short left field. Sanders coming on to get it, and there are 2 away in the Houston fourth.
There's a future coach. He's got a good attaboy.
Took the words right out of my mouth. That one shot into right field off the bat of Brad Ausmus, his second hit in 2 at-bats tonight against Mulder. And that's 5 base hits in the last 2 innings. The count on Adam Everett. And that one in the air to left field. Sanders backpedaling, and plenty of room out there, which will end the inning. But Lane runs into 1, making it 3-0. Pujols to begin things in the St. Louis fourth, trying to get back in it. The Angels with a better batting average than Albert Pujols. Berkman also on that list. Grounded sharply right at Everett, and still not a ball hit out of the infield against Oswalt tonight.
Always talking baseball about adjustments. It's not so much making the adjustment, it's when do you make the adjustment.
1 hopper at Morgan Ensberg, and they're 2 away. This day in Major League Baseball history, October 1990.
He's shaking off a pitch that plants a seed of doubt in that hitter's mind.
No doubt about Roy Oswalt through the first 4. The only no is no hits for St. Louis. Back after a break from your local Fox station. 3-2 on Oswalt, who swings away and drives one into deep right field, and Oswalt sending Walker nearly to the warning track. 1 away. One of these 2 teams will be playing on Saturday night. And then hit a 2-0 pitch to left field to drive in a run in the third. Out in front of that one was a fly ball to Sanders. 2 up, 2 down. Here is tonight's Exxon Mobil.
Number 2 hitters in last year's playoffs. A little bit different story this year.
Bouncing ball up the middle. Eckstein tried to get it, but came up short. And a 2-out single for Willie Taveras here in the Houston fifth. He hit a bullet that looked like it was on his way to center field his last time up. That one hitting off the glove of Molina. and allows Taveras to advance on to second base. We're going to talk about Berkman. He had a rocket his last time up, and next time made a diving play to take a hit away. We're in the 5th inning, and the Cardinals are down 3.
Better be careful with this pitch.
4-pitch walk, and you got to believe Tony La Russa will come get Mark Mulder.
That's a fair ball.
Taveras and Berkman aboard, and it's popped up. Short center field. Eckstein will call off Grzelcyk, and that'll end the inning. 2 men left. Middle of the 5th. Astros lead game 6, 3-0. 57 pitches thrown in the game by Oswalt. And did that pitch hit Grzelcyk? I think it did. Yep. He's on his way to first. Second hit batsman tonight by the Houston right-hander. Fisted into right field. It'll fall in, a base hit. First St. Louis hit of the game, and the first 2 on here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Well, Eckstein got hit by a pitch. Grzelcyk got hit by a pitch.
Cardinal crowd trying to get him started. Big overhand breaking ball off the belly of Oswalt. Throws to second and pulls Everett off the bag. They're saying that the runner is out at second base. I'm wondering if Greg Gibson is saying that Everett.
Oswalt has not been forced to throw his breaking ball very often. You'd think he'd sit dead red.
Fly ball into center field. Tagging up at third is Grzelcyk. Taveras a pretty good arm. Here comes a runner, and the throw is cut off. Looks like he held on to that one a little too long. Sac fly RBI by Rodriguez. And the Cardinals on the board, a 3-1 game. 1-2 again. And there's strike 3 called, which will end the inning. 1 hit, 1 run, 1 left. End of 5. 3-1 Houston. Pitched in game 2, had a perfect inning of relief, and then 3 innings, gave up 1 unearned run in game 4.
He deserves to get the ball in this series.
Good fastball in on the hands of Lane, and a throw to first in time. 1 away. We caught up with Tony La Russa a moment ago and talked to him about having to pull the early hook. Through the hole and into left field, a 1-out single by Chris Burke, his first hit in 3 at-bats tonight, and his 6th hit of this league championship series. 1-2. Fisted into right field. It'll fall in a hit. Making a turn and going to third is Burke. And here come the Astros with runners on the corners. And 1 away here in the 6th inning.
Rounding into an inning-ending double play and leaving Craig Biggio in the on-deck circle.
Squeeze coming. The ball put down, and this will bring in a run. Throw to first is in time. So on the 3-1 pitch, the suicide squeeze executed to perfection. It's 4-1 Houston. 3-2 pitch coming from Marquis, and a strike 3 call to end the inning. 5. Back-to-back singles by Burke and Osmus. Everett, the suicide squeeze to make it 4-1. The big hitters coming up for the Cardinals in the bottom half of the inning.
To break out of that bad habit. Easy to get caught in between.
Hit a mile high left side of the infield. Drifting to the outfield grass, it's Everett. 1 away, so Pujols will bat with the bases empty.
He likes this one. Hold on to your hat.
3-2 delivery. Came with a fastball and right back to the mound. 2 away in the inning. And the other, the sac fly by Rodriguez to knock in their only run. That one hit into the outfield and down the line and up against the wall. Walker on his way to second base, standing up with a 2-out double. Two. Strike 3 called will end the inning. A Walker double, he's left. We're back to St. Louis after a break from your local Fox station. In the first round of June 1987, a year and a half later, he was in the big leagues to stay. And there's a base hit into left field by Biggio. Well, you get the sense watching him these last two games that he can smell it. He was on base.
Nunez can come right down his throat and get it.
Bunted up the third base line, fielded by Nunez. He'll throw out Taveras, who gets credit for a sacrifice, advancing Biggio into scoring position. Taveras earlier today
Walked Morgan Ensberg after that, but then got a double play ball to get out of the inning.
0-1 to Berkman. In the air down the right field line. Walker giving chase over near the stands and has room in fair ground. 2 away. From the bullpen, hard throwing right-hander Julian Taveras. Another excellent regular season for Taveras. Has pitched in 2 games. Biggio, the runner at second base, and Ensberg, a line drive into center field. It'll fall, a base hit, and then off the glove of Edmonds, and Biggio will score. Ensberg on his way to second base, sliding in safely. And it is 5-1 Houston here in the 7th inning. A big base hit and an RBI by Ensberg. Houston all year long struggled for runs. That one in the dirt about 4 feet beyond the left-handed batter's box. Hard turn by Ensberg. Molina slow getting to it. And then Morgan back to third base. That'll be a wild pitch. One and two on Lane. And a ground ball in the hole at short, picked up by Eckstein. A long throw in time to end the inning. But the Astros pick up another run. Middle of the 7th in St. Louis. 5-1 Houston. He has been so good for Houston. That one softly hit up the middle. Diving play by Everett. Throws, and it's in time. Picked out of the dirt by Berkman. After diving for the ball, it looked like Everett had a hard time getting a grip on it. And they have the National League's #1 defense. On the ground to Biggio. 2 away in the inning.
Well, 2 of the top defensive teams in the league and 2 of the top pitching teams in the league.
2-out single into center field by Nunez keeps the inning alive. So Taguchi, part of a double switch when Taveras entered the game in the top of the 7th inning, will bat for the first time tonight. Then the Cardinals, as if on cue, won game 1. But then here came Oswalt in game 2, and he gets a final out in the 7th inning. Time for our sprint game break. Here's Jeannie Zelasco from the Fox Network Center. When leading by 4 runs or more after the 7th inning, and that was at mile-high altitude in June. Popped up short center field. Greg Zolonic out to get it 1 away. Two Hopper to short, fielded by Eckstein. First time Ausmus has been retired tonight. Let's check in once again with Kenny Albert.
Tom, I spoke with Astros owner Drayton McClain prior to the game tonight. He stayed positive even after the Albert Pujols home run the other night.
Hitting over. Eckstein, Edmonds, Pujols, due up. Is it still Oswalt, or are they going to the bullpen? We'll know in a moment.
The St. Louis Cardinals kind of jumped all over Lidge when he started to get tired, is because they started having confidence that they could hit him.
On the ground to second base. Biggio gobbles it up, and the recipe to beating the Cardinals so far in this series has been slowing down Eckstein. It would be all about pitching. Swing and a miss, and Edmonds is gone on strikes. Edmonds, 4 of 19 in the series, and there are still 4 outs to go. That one lined at the shortstop, and there are 3 outs to go. For the National League in the 10th inning of that game. Bob, you made the comment in between innings, even though it won't be a save situation, as Palmeiro lets it drive into right field. Playable for Larry Walker. 1 away.
never been better since they took the artificial turf out of here, made it a little more fan-friendly, a little more player-friendly. Very comfortable ballpark.
Tapper down to third, and Nunez throws out Biggio. 2 up and 2 down. It's been Oswalt and Qualls for the Astros. Line into left field, a base hit. Mabry over to cut it off. And Taveras getting back into that lineup. A couple of base hits and put down a sacrifice, which led to a run. A person always has the right to change their mind. But if it is the final game for Larry Walker, what a sensational career he has had. Walker will bat to lead off the Cardinal 9th inning. And for a second straight game, the Astros 3 outs away from the World Series.
Through this lineup to get a chance to get Pujols back up there, it's going to have to be somebody other than Albert tonight.
Strike 3 called, and will that be the final out in the at-bat? In the final game, perhaps, for Larry Walker. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the Cardinals are down to their final out. We know all about the Chicago White Sox and what their pitchers did in that American League Championship Series, pitching all but 2/3 of an inning in the entire series. 0-1 to Grzelcyk. Lined into left field, a base hit. That's the way it got started in the 9th inning in Houston 2 days ago. A 2-out single. Then by Eckstein, now by Grzelcyk.
You can just send the bullpen on home.
Now Yadier Molina. Wheeler, the pause and the pitch. Fly ball into right field. And for the first time in Houston Astros franchise history, they will play in the World Series. The 2005 National League champions. We said it the other night, they like everything big in Texas. It doesn't get any bigger than this. The World Series will indeed finally come to the Lone Star State.
As you might expect, some of the greatest